today's message, I want you to focus on what you can fix given a situation. I am doing my walk, and as you can see, there's a nice trail right there. Whoops, right there. And you know what? I love this trail because sometimes someone who's never been here would say, you know what, but where does it lead? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where it leads. Where it leads, what I know is I'm going forward, and this leads somewhere. So in entrepreneurship or in life, we know that many people have taken ways to get somewhere. If you follow a similar path, you learn what people have done. It can lead to success for you as well. So what does it mean to focus on fixing? Well, I was listening to a video by Dean Graziosi, and he was talking about that, focusing on the fix, or focusing on fixing when there's an issue. Too often people, when there's an issue, a situation, a problem, they just talk about it. They're churning in their own misery. They don't know how to get out of a system, the situation, a problem, and they keep on talking about it. And often they don't know that if they stopped talking, started to think and reflect, maybe they could find the solution to their problem. And this is the message for this video today. If you're in a situation where you feel stuck, try to say, okay, I can be upset about it, whine about it, it's not going to solve it. What you need to do is stop, reflect, and see, okay, how can I fix the situation? And you know what? This is easy to say, but given a problem, some people say, well, I don't know how to get out of a situation. Well, you know what? The main thing for you to do is to sit, reflect, and see what you can do. Anything you do is better than nothing. So you focus on one step at a time, then you go to the next one. And if it happens that you need to modify your course, you can, but at least you're moving. If you're moving, changes can happen. And yes, sometimes the outcome may not be what you're looking for, but you know what? You would have evolved. You will not be at the same place as you were before. You may have new ideas, and the hope is that you can learn and move ahead. So when you have an idea and there's a problem that comes to it, think about how can I fix it? Because once you start thinking about how you can fix a problem, you're not thinking about what is the problem. You're thinking about, okay, I need solution. And then the mindset change. And the idea is, if you want a growth mindset, you need to think about how can I improve the given situation, and not how you can keep talking about it. So that is the message of the day. That brings the two stories to mind when I think of that. First one is about my health. When last year, when I figured that my health was not the best, I decided, okay, that needed to be fixed. You know what? There's a lot of people that talk about their health and don't get anything done. I noticed there was a problem. I knew about it for a while. I had procrastinated, talked about it, and so on. At some point, I said, okay, that's it. I took action, and I decided to fix the situation. Now I'm in now it's July, so I'm on month 8. So it's not something that I can change overnight, because it took me a long time to become unhealthy, as it's taking time for me to become healthier. So I'm quite happy with what I have done, and what I will still have to do. But you know what? I trust that I will be able to do so. The next story I have is, I remember a few years back when I was a geologist, and I remember in December we wanted to do a diamond drilling program when I was doing some work in northern Quebec. And I remember we had 2 projects, and the company I was working with was saying, well, it's impossible to do 2 projects at the same time because the drilling company could not accommodate us. And what I did is I started to think, okay, what can I do to accommodate them? And what I realized is I talked to the drillers, and they came up with a situation with me. And what we did is we divided the team in 2. And what happened is one group was living closer to one of the project, and another. So what we did is we changed the workers on the drills. We talked to the foreman. We ended up having 2 foremen, and we were able to do 2 projects at the same time, and everybody was able to finish a week before. No, I think it was December 23rd, just before Christmas, and everybody could be home. That was quite a success. Now, there's one thing I had to do though. I remember for about 4 days I was working about 20-hour days, because I was going 10 hours for one project, and I was going for another 10 hours for the other project. And I was in continuous communication with the foreman, and I was able to do it. Well, what is the sacrifice? Yes, but that's the sacrifice that paid off. It helped the drillers, they were happier, the foreman for the company. It helps my company because I was able to do 2 projects at the same time. It helped me because there was the feeling of satisfaction. And at the end of the day, the projects got done. And then again, what was it? I took action because I saw a problem, and instead of whining about it, we sat, we talked, we took action, and we focused on how could we fix the situation to make sure that everybody would be happy. And you know what? It took me a few days. I didn't sleep as much, but you know what? I was able to sleep afterwards. And at the end of the day, it was a small price to pay for the success of all involved. So what is the call of action for us today? The call of action is how we can focus on fixing. So that means that I want you to look at this most likely in your life 2 things that you know that needs to be done, that could be done within a few hours, but you just haven't had a chance to do it, or to set your mind to it, or take action. So I want you to take a moment and write down in your call to action book the 2 things that needs to get done. I want you to do it right now, even if you have to stop the video for a moment. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. Okay. Now I want you to get it done by the weekend. How are you going to do this? Well, it could be a phone call, a meeting to the bank, meeting with a business partner, a friend. Just find a way to fix the situation, so by the end of the week you will have solved 2 things. 2 things that you no longer have to worry about. Why? Because if you have 2 less things to worry about, you can focus on 2 new things. And with 2 new things, you'll be able to focus on your growth mindset, and that's what we're trying to work on at Alpha Mindset on this channel, is how can you find a way to free time and energy and resources so that you can grow. On this, have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Actually, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.